Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. Shakeem Xavier Obrian Yorke. He cried while he was being charged for, you remember that video that was going around with a guy leaving the beach with someone's bag? He's the one, this guy, Shakeem Yorke, he's the one that took the bag from the Miami beach where someone went into the water to take a dip. He just ran off with their bag. Now, to read his story, it's kind of sad. He says he has no father, and he has an adopted father that stood up for him in court and say, hey, we'll do whatever you need, whatever needs to be done so that he can get bail, because usually they don't like to give you bail if there's no address. You have to be living somewhere so that they can find you when you need to show up to court. They can find you at the address. So he is homeless at the moment, and he said that's why he did what he did, because he had to pay rent, and he was homeless, and he lost his job, and he got desperate. It was pure desperation. And yeah, he's 23 years old, and I call it pure desperation. But he did it 3 times. Still have to look at that. He didn't do it once or twice. He did it 3 times, like he was practicing to get better. When at first you don't succeed, you try and try again. If you want to get better at something, it's almost as though he was trying to get better, and he was stealing little things that didn't really have a lot of money attached to it, like a cell phone. How much you going to sell a cell phone for? It's not enough to pay your rent. And sun tanning lotion and that kind of stuff. He was small time, but he did it 3 times. So for me there was an indication that he wanted to hone in on a skill that he was practicing at. But maybe the fact that he was caught, maybe the fact that an adopted father stood up and say, yeah, he can live with me until this whole thing is over. Maybe there's some sort of spark, a spark in him that it's not something he wants to be, but he felt desperate and he felt as though he had no choice. So maybe there's hope for Shakeem Xavier Obrian Yorke, 23 years old. Maybe there's hope for him. He's on $4,000 bail. He's on a curfew, 7 a.m. curfew, and his next court date is soon, very soon, tomorrow in fact. And yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll let you know what happens. If they have it in the paper, I'll let you know what happens. Okay, this is Sherry Veronica.